Eliza? I'm coming back home right now.
Huh? Today you went out with your friends from back in high school to get some drinks, right?
That was the plan.
Then why are you coming home already? It's only 7 p.m. right now.
I left right in the middle of drinks, though.
What? Why would you leave your friends like that?
I was thinking that it was just men going out to have some drinks, but then they brought along some female friends of theirs. In total, there were equal amounts men to women.
Okay, and?
When I finally realized what was going on there, I noticed they were all trying to hook up and also find someone they could marry.
Is that what was going on?
They told me that it would only be us going out for drinks tonight, but they lied to me in order to get enough men together to meet with those women.
Really? So what ended up happening before you left?
Well, I told them that I couldn't stick around with them, but as I tried to leave the bar to go home, one of my friends wrapped his arm around my shoulder and kept me around a little longer. But I'm married now, so I can't be doing something like that. I also happen to be a lawyer, so being a part of something crazy is not in my books.
Oh, well, I'm glad you made that clear. Maybe some of your friends didn't realize you were married already, because those kinds of things are only meant for single people who want to get married and whatnot, right?
That's right. I feel kind of bad for leaving all my friends like that, but I made a break for it after introducing myself to their lady friends.
How were you able to get away?
After telling them who I was, I told them that I had been set up by the other guys, and that I had no reason for being at that event because I already have a wife. I then explained to everyone that I'm a lawyer now, so being a part of something that could be seen as me being unfaithful was not okay and that I needed to go home. I finished by saying that I would not be talking to any more of the women there and that they would only be talking with my friends tonight. And right before I left out the door, I told each and every one of the people there to please not call or text me if they already had my number because I would not be responding back. And then I was out of there.
Wow. At least you were being very frank about your situation.
Well, I wanted everyone there to understand that I am married and that I was not there looking for someone new to marry. However, there was one person.
Someone that didn't understand what you meant?
Yes, someone who I'd have to say was completely out of her mind. The only thing she heard out of that whole explanation was that I'm a lawyer. And so on my way out of there, she came up to me and tried to get me to cuddle with her. But when I told her to go away, she ran off with the rest of her friends to the women's bathroom.
They all went together? They were most likely talking about ways to get you to fall for her.
I'm sure. But once they all went into that bathroom, I was out. And here I am, walking home from that place and never going back.
I hope that didn't burn you out too much.
Not too much. There's something I need to ask. I know that it's past dinner, but do you mind making something up for me to eat when I get home? It could be something simple and easy. If not, that's totally fine. I can throw something into the microwave and eat that.
You didn't eat anything at the bar while you were there?
Well, after what I just had to go through, there was no time for me to think about eating. Especially after that crazy girl tried to take me with her.
Fair point. Well, I'm glad you didn't end up falling into her arms then. I can make you a bowl of mac and cheese if you'd like. I have one box of that left in the pantry, so shouldn't take me too long to make up.
That would be perfect, Eliza.
All right. Have a safe trip home now.
Thank you.
Alicia, it's been 5 years now since we last talked. I'm sure you're still as ugly as always, but how are you doing besides that? I was wondering what was causing my phone to buzz like that at this time of night. Lo and behold, it's you. That rotten little brat that thinks she can talk to me again after the way she's always treated me, My little sister. Huh? How dare you say something like that about a beauty like myself? If you were really as beautiful as you think you are, then you wouldn't be calling yourself a beauty like that. But it's no lie that I'm one of the most beautiful people around. Anyway, what did you want from me? What? All right, goodbye then. Wait. It's been 5 years now since you and I have last chatted, and you were the one texting me first, so you must have had something to talk about, right? Oh, that's right. I was so caught up in the fact that you are the ugliest woman imaginable that I totally forgot when I first started texting you again. What do you want? I'm going to be getting married here very soon. Married? I just changed rides to a handsome lawyer. Changed rides? So that means you had another boyfriend just before? You could say that. I'm very sexy, so there are an abundance of men for me to be with. I don't think there's been a day where I haven't had a man, actually. Is that so? I had been with my other boyfriend for about 3 months, and he's been working for a company making loads of money, so I'd planned on getting married to him. However, just the other day, I went to this dating party at a bar, and there I found myself the perfect man for myself, who just so happens to be hot and a stinking lawyer. I ran right up to him, trying to get him to come and cuddle with me, and from the way he reacted, I could tell he was into me. So from here, I'll be getting into the good stuff. You still have more to say? Normally, when I break up with my exes, I go ahead and introduce them to some of my other good-looking friends so that they may start dating. However, all my sexy-looking friends have boyfriends now, so I thought I'd be kind and make it your turn this time. So I'll be giving little old ugly you my boyfriend, and you can do what you want with him. And since he was dating me, consider this your one and only chance to be with someone who doesn't look like dog crap. Huh? You don't have to say no to me. I already know you are very happy to hear this from me since you've never had yourself a boyfriend before, and you're just getting up there in age to the point you might even hit menopause soon. I don't want him. What? I didn't want to tell you this because you're such a pain in the ass, but I'll have to tell you now. I'm already married. Huh? There we go. This conversation is over with now. I know you have nothing else to tell me, so goodbye. Huh? My uglier than crap older sister is married? And before a beauty like me? What a dang lie that is. Rio, my name is Alicia.
What? You're Alicia? Oh, God.
That's right. I'm the one you were with at that party a little while back.
I never told you my phone number, though.
When I asked one of your old friends from high school about you, he gave me your phone number. He also told me about the law firm you're currently working at.
Seriously, what the hell does that asshole think he's doing?
Well, that's why I'm able to talk with you right now. How about you and I go on a date?
What? Hell no, why would I go on a date with you?
Well, because you and I are boyfriend and girlfriend now.
Huh?
So that means later tonight, let's you and me find a cute hotel to go stay at and go from being 2 different people to 1.
No freaking way I'm doing that. How about you stop talking to me and I delete this conversation?
I'm not joking around right now. I want to take you to a hotel tonight to make love.
Well, I don't want to have anything to do with you, and I don't ever remember you and I becoming a couple like you're saying.
You don't have to keep trying to play games with me like that, you know.
When I introduced myself to all of you that night, I told you that I'm married, right? I was lied to and told that I'd just be meeting up with some of my friends that night when it was really some sort of a dating party, hookup party, speed dating party, whatever the heck it was. I don't want anyone right now because I already have a wife who I love.
Oh, come on now, Rio. That little marriage of yours can easily be broken in order for you and I to become one.
Shut the hell up! I do not want a damn thing to do with you.
You'll be getting out of work here soon, right? I'm at the restaurant right next door to the law firm waiting for you, okay?
I'm not at the law firm today, so thank God for that.
What?
I'm about to arrive at my house right now where my wife is.
Wait, Rio?
See ya. This is not good. This is screwed up.
Rio? What's going on? What's happened? Did something happen to you today at work?
That crazy girl I was talking to you about before from that party, she just started texting me.
What?
She even found out about where I work. My stupid friend from back in high school told her everything about me, like my number and my workplace.
What?
I thought I made it so clear that night that I'm a married man. Maybe she just doesn't understand what that means?
Just in case, can I ask what her name is?
She said her name is Alicia.
Alicia?
Do you know her?
As long as she's not someone else that shares the same name, she's my little sister.
What? Is she the one you've told me about before? The one who's always whoring around with different men and thinks she's the cream of the crop when it comes to being beautiful, but is really just a bother for everyone? She also happens to hate you a lot, and when your parents got a divorce, she took that chance to run off and never really come back?
That's her.
No freaking way. Now that I think about it, she seems just like the little sister you told me about. It's just been so long since you told me about her and her name that I totally forgot.
Actually, yesterday I was texted by her for the first time in 5 years. She was talking about how at a recent party at this bar she met a really handsome lawyer and said that he was really into her.
Huh? If she's talking about me, I told her to screw off before I left.
Did she say that you were just trying to be cool?
She did.
Knowing her, she lives in some kind of a fantasy land where everything she wants to happen happens, even if it's not reality.
So she's delusional, is what you're saying? As a lawyer, I've seen all kinds of people in my life, but nobody as screwed in the head as she is.
You're almost home now, aren't you? So, you want me to come to you and we can go out and get a drink?
That would be awesome.
Hey, Alyssa! I'd like to send my ex over to your house now, so could you please give me your address? You're still thinking about that? I told you already that I'm married. All right now, Lisa. I am asking you to please take this guy off my hands for me. It seems that I was his first ever girlfriend, and he keeps saying that if we break up now, he's going to have to start all over again looking for a partner, and he doesn't know if he can do it. He keeps saying that to me over and over and won't just leave me alone. I've already started going out with my lawyer boyfriend now, so if this guy continues to bother me by not leaving my side, I'm going to have to commit some crimes or something. That's why I have told him today that I promised to introduce him to my older sister. Listen, Alicia, that lawyer boyfriend that you keep talking about? Oh, him! His name is Rio, by the way. Stop calling my husband your dang boyfriend, all right? What? Rio, he's at a loss for words right now because of how much you've bothered him so far. He told you once already to screw off, yet you continue to call him your boyfriend. Huh? And when he found out that you'd been sitting at a restaurant right next to the place he works at, he told me all about you, and now we're heading out to relax a little. What? I heard that Rio was married from some other people, but his wife just so happens to be you? That's right. Before I got married to Rio, he and I were working for the same office. In other words, our love started to happen inside the workplace. Huh? You're going to start lying to me again? There's no way in hell an ugly old hag like you would ever be married when you've never even had a boyfriend in your life before. Huh? That's the picture of Rio and I at our wedding 2 years ago. If you still don't want to believe what I'm saying, then try talking to one of your other family members for once and asking them about this. They all know that I got married to Rio because they were all there at my wedding. No way. That's not good for me. Not good for you? How so? I just told you about my ex, right? He told me that he will not leave me unless I introduce him to my sister. Can't you just introduce him to some random girl and say she's your sister? I can't. He doesn't want things to totally end between us, so he's saying the only way he'll leave me alone is if I can get him with one of my family members. He said as long as he became a part of my family, he'd leave me. From what it sounds like to me, he's still in love with you and would still want to be with you even after getting married to someone else. And it almost seems like you feel the same way about him. I don't care what you think about this. I just want him gone for the time being. That's why I told him that I'd introduce him to you. But now I've had to hear that you and Rio are married. This is the worst thing that could ever be happening to me. Are you not able to just marry that man you're with now? What? Oh, great point. He might not be a lawyer like Rio is, but he's still making some great money. And he is madly in love with me, to the point I know he'd never stop spoiling me. All right, I'll marry him then. Now that I have my new plan, I'm going to take him with me and hand in our marriage forms at the courthouse. Bye-bye. Jesus. Alyssa, please help me. Alicia? What is it now? I got back with that ex of mine and married him. I thought that he was still decently wealthy, but when I got home with him, I found out that he is terrible at saving money and spends it all the time. He just asked me to start helping him pay off some of his debt because he found out that I work at a strip club. He said that if I don't help him, he's going to divorce me for never telling him about my line of work. Don't tell me. You would like to get my husband's help with your situation because he's a lawyer? No, because that would require me to spend some money. That's why I'm asking for you to help me. Huh? You worked at the same office as him before, which means you have to know a thing or two about being a lawyer, right? Oh, and since you are my older sister, I'd like you to not charge me for the help. I was nothing more than a secretary there. I could never help you out with any legal troubles you're in now. What? I am really fed up with your crap, Alicia. Alyssa? If you ever turn up around my husband or I, we're calling the police. The police? Don't ever talk to us again. I had a lot that I wanted to say to that little idiot, but because of the risk associated with talking to her any longer, I just went the other direction and cut ties. She tried to call me again and again the next day, from sunrise until sunset, so I finally did what I should have done so long ago and blocked her. And it was not just me who blocked her, but Rio as well, and the rest of my family who didn't want anything to do with her either. After that, Rio and I got back to the lives we were living before my sister came crashing into it, and we are so happy things didn't end up worse because of her. As for the man that Alicia ended up marrying, things started to become more and more clear about him. Not only was he in a lot of debt, but he hadn't been paying the rent on the place those two were living for months. He also had a serious problem with cleaning up after himself and would always make Alicia do it for him, to the point where he'd even throw his trash at her to take care of. And not even another month had passed before the police finally showed up at their door, asking both him and Alicia to leave the apartment and pay off all the rent that was due on the place, as they were both being evicted. Neither one of them could pay, so they were both forced to take out yet another loan and use that to pay the landlord before they were both told to leave the premise for good. This left the both of them with nowhere else to go, as all of Alicia's family had blocked her, and her friends would not let her come stay with them. So her husband made the final call and told her that they'd need to move back home to his parents' house and live with them until they could pay off all of his debt. He tried to ask his parents after moving in to help him out, but they both told him no and said that he was responsible for his own financial issues, as they were already doing more than enough by letting him and Alicia stay with them. And not only were his parents not going to help with his debt, but Alicia started to be bullied by his mother, and he did nothing to stop his mother from attacking his wife. The life of living with zero cares at all that Alicia had took a 180 and plunged her into a life where she was not allowed to do anything anymore. And if things weren't bad enough for her already, she only started to make them worse after she completely cracked under all the stress at her husband's family home, by calling her mother-in-law ugly and telling her father-in-law to leave his wife and take her with him. But before that got anywhere, both of her in-laws sent her to the hospital thinking she'd completely lost her mind, and there the psychiatrist noted that there was something seriously wrong with her and had her admitted into the mental ward. She's been there for months now and will soon be getting divorced by her husband and will be left to her psychiatrist, who will decide what to do with her afterwards. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.